Let's cover an often overlooked feature set that allows you to better use PC Monitor Enterprise from the moment you open it: navigation and views. The facility we're using today is a cold storage center. However, the same interface I will show you works on any enterprise job we've released. First, note that you can use the mouse to simply click and drag the right-hand graphic view screen around. Using the scroll wheel, you can zoom in and out as well. Zooming into different units will show you more information for that unit, if it exists. By default, this view opens to the first item in your graphic views list when you launch the program. Usually this is an overview of the engine room, as shown here. Other views are available for the floor plan or any custom areas or hardware at your facility. This job is in our typical format, showing rooms and evaporator statuses. Speaking of which, our equipment views will give you additional information for each of these units when selected. Traditionally, there is an equipment view for each evaporator or custom unit listed. When on the floor plan view, simply double-clicking one of the units will open up the view for that unit if it has one. Now, delving deeper into the graphic screen section itself, let's open the navigation interface on the bottom right. This helpful little section can also be crucial if you're using a mobile device to remote into your controls PC, since you would not have a mouse interface like we just used. While navigation is open, you can watch the zoom level change as I move the screen around. You can use this slider to zoom, and arrows to navigate accurately through the selected graphics. Tapping the circle in the middle of the arrows takes you back to the default zoom and location on the screen. This default can be set by simply selecting Save View from within the navigation pop-up. This is very helpful if you always want to open the software looking at a specific part of your engine room, or if the default view does not show all of your facility at once. Note that this change goes all the way up to when you open the application for the first time. Additionally, if you ever get lost and show only a black screen where the graphics could be, setting a good default view can allow you to quickly get back to business like so. You can also switch through the available views with the right and left-hand arrow buttons. Now, let's say you understand how to navigate all these views, but you would like a different graphic view to exist, like for these condenser units. When you have the view you would like to see within frame, you can also add a view with your own name. You can now see it here on the bottom left with a little silhouette in the list. These are also the only views you can remove. If you do accidentally try to remove a default view, the system will simply give you a warning letting you know that that's not possible. One other icon to note within views is the cycling green arrows. This is a feature called auto scroll. I like to think of this as the security cam approach to monitoring the system. Enabled is reflected by the arrows with no red line through them, and disabled when there is a red line through them. Each view you have enabled for auto scroll will show up for the user-assigned duration of that view. This timer is in the Edit section for each view you make, with a default of 5 seconds selected. Hitting the pause button on the bottom left will stop cycling through whichever screens you have enabled. The biggest difference between these views and the panels above is that the panels are replicating physical hardware in the engine room or around your facility. They only change when the panels themselves are modified. Views, however, allow you to spatialize different areas of your plant that would otherwise not be represented by a PLC or other control software solution. A few more quick tips that have to do with formatting. The software itself is resizable to fit your needs or screen size. You only have to hover over the line breaks between different elements of the user interface to pull them larger or smaller within the Windows application. This even works for your logo on the top left if you need more space. Don't be afraid to experiment. Also, if your quick select list on the left is taking up too much space entirely, you can hide and show it with the skinny arrow button between the list and your graphic screens. In this type of view, We may once again rely on the navigation section to switch between your active views so you can see what's going on in all areas of your facility without pulling up the list again. There are many flexible ways to modify our program to best meet your needs. Hopefully this quick walkthrough has been able to show you something new. For more helpful how-to guides, subscribe to our YouTube channel. For personalized support or parts sales, you can call us at one of our branches with the contact info in the description below.